if you've just retired and you've created a nice equity portfolio, is it necessary for you to create buckets from which you will withdraw? The answer is a resounding yes. And one bad lesson we have learned from, say, 2008, 2009 and 2021 is that we think that the market recovery will always be V-shaped, and there is too much evidence to prove that also, because constantly the mutual fund industry is saying when the market goes down you should buy more, or when the market goes down you should continue your SIP, you should increase your SIP. I am not disputing anything of that, but if the recovery takes longer, then there could be a big problem, especially for those people who are living off their retirement corpus. So let me just explain. You're 60 years of age, you have just retired, you've got 3 crores of money to invest. Your financial advisor, or whatever you want to call him, has sat with you, and you have done something like 60-65% or maybe 70% in equity, and 30% is in debt, which includes PPF and some senior citizen savings scheme and things like that. Should you withdraw from? Now what happens is, if suppose there is a 35% plunge, let's take a figure like this. You have 1 crore of rupees, and your portfolio advisor or your MFD tells you that you can safely withdraw about 6% every year. That's great. So out of 1 crore you withdrew 6 lakhs, which was very comfortable for you. Next year again you are planning to withdraw, say 6 lakh 5,000 or 6 lakh 10,000, or maybe 6 lakh 30,000, depending on how much you need to provide for inflation. Let's say you decided that you will withdraw 6 lakh 30,000, which is about, say, 6.3% of your original corpus, but you're still comfortable with that. And then the market plunges some 35%. So your portfolio is down from 1 lakh to about 675,000 rupees, because you have some debt also. So 75,000. Now 6 lakhs out of 75,000 is very different from 6 lakhs out of a crore. But you will have to withdraw because you need that, so you withdraw. So your portfolio now shrinks to 69,000. Imagine the year after that, if the market has not recovered and you withdraw say 6.5 lakhs, that would be 10% of your portfolio, nowhere near the 6% with which you started, and you're just 2 years old. So what I'm trying to say is, the market volatility can be very hurtful to people living off their portfolio. If you're a 28-year-old, or even if you're a 42-year-old, if you're anyway doing your SIP, all the nonsense about you should do more SIP because the market will recover, all that nonsense, you can still bear the loss. That should not be so much of a problem. However, if the market goes down, let's say the market is 52,000 today and it goes down to, say, 45,000 or 46,000, something like that, and stays there for, say, 2 years, what it does to your confidence is much worse than what it does to your portfolio. What happens is, you're suddenly worried that I'm withdrawing 10% of my portfolio. Is this sustainable? Answer is no, of course it's not sustainable. So therefore you create buckets and you buy annuities and you keep money in bank fixed deposits. Having created those buckets, you say, I will withdraw from my equity as long as the equity markets are booming. However, when the equity markets are doing badly, I will go and withdraw from my debt portfolio, right? That's something which you have to do. You have to also make sure that in case you have a portfolio which has got direct equity, you will have enough dividend income. So if you're living off your dividend income, then it is not so bad, right? But if you have a equity heavy large portfolio and your withdrawal is to be done from there during a bear market, you could dig a very big hole into your portfolio, and like I said, out of 75 lakhs to withdraw 6 lakhs is still okay. But when it falls down to, say, 61 lakhs because the market did not recover, because you have withdrawn, then will you have the guts to withdraw 8% and 12% and 15% from your portfolio? The answer is, of course, you should not, right? So you have to ask yourself one question: can bad luck hurt my retirement? Of course it can. So what do you do for such things? That is the reason why you build in something called an annuity, and you say, okay, I know it is very inefficient, but since my portfolio size is limited, I will buy an annuity. The others can perhaps put money in 3 buckets and say, okay, I will withdraw during bad times, I will withdraw from my debt portfolio. During good times, I will withdraw from my equity portfolio. So in case you have a very big portfolio, then you can also do one thing of buying a annuity every 5 years. So at 60 you buy an annuity for 10 lakhs, at 65 you buy for 10 lakhs, at 70 you buy for 10 lakhs, at 75 you again buy for 10 lakhs. So what has happened is you pushed 40-50 lakhs out of your 2-3 crore kind of a corpus into debt instrument which will never die before you do, right? And you have, by buying it in a staggered way over 4-5 times, or with a gap of say 5 years, you have also ensured that the interest rates are not so bad. Maybe interest rates were very bad when you were 60, but when you were 65 the interest rates were not so bad, and when you were 70 interest rates were actually rocking. So you have 3 annuities now, one with bad timing, one was decent timing, one was very good timing. That's sheer luck, right? So you could at the age of 85 decide to put more money into annuities, but this largely is trying to say, what I'm trying to say is, you need the fixed income assets as a security to protect the variable assets. So look at it that way. I mean, you go and buy an immediate annuity, you know you will get 50,000 per month. जिससे घर खर्च चल जाएगा, so that is not so much of a problem. So similarly, you, after some time, to protect against inflation, again you buy, and then you also find that the market has been doing very well, so you take some money off the market and buy another annuity, right? You can do all those kinds. You can also buy deferred annuity. At 60 you put some money into annuity, and some money you say, okay, this should become an annuity at the age of say 75. Right? You can buy a deferred annuity also. So depending on all that, you choose. You have fixed income, fixed annuities, you have index annuities, you have annuities with return of premium, without a return of premium. Go and study all that. Talk to your insurance agent. He is the person who is going to talk to you, who is going to handhold you during difficult times. Please understand that the market has been on an upswing for a very long time. So people have learned the lesson. In case there is a pandemic, that the market will go up. We learned the same lesson even in 1920. We called it the roaring 20s. But remember 1929, you know what happened, right? There was a Great Depression. Is there likelihood of something like that happening? No, because the central banks believe that every problem in the world can be solved by keeping interest rate zero. It is a big problem for people who are living on interest, which means you need a huge capital, right? So check out all that. See how you can reduce the role of bad luck in your portfolio. And sorry. At what intervals and how much money to put in annuities. Till then you can be in ultra short bond fund, in liquid fund, etc., from where you will withdraw in case of a 20-30% market fall. If the market falls, you should be actually buying more equity, but that is not a great option for a retired person, right? So don't be buying, but at least stop withdrawing, and that ability to not withdraw can come only when you have some money or decent 5 years expenses or 7 years expenses in your debt portfolio, which is liquid. So in case you have a problem, you can withdraw that. So some money should be in ultra short bond funds, some money could be even in liquid funds. You never know when you would need, or bank fixed deposits. All these are investments which will not fluctuate much or not fluctuate at all for major portion of these assets. So if you can do that and create a huge buffer or a nice buffer, so that you don't have to touch your portfolio when it falls, you have protected yourself against variable return or an early stage bad return. The early stage bad return hurts you. If there is bad return, sequence of bad returns at the age of say 75 or 78, you can still handle it. But if it happens to you at the age of 60, 61 and 62, you would wipe out your capital. You need to know how to handle that, and how to handle a market which comes from 52 to say 48 or say 42 and remains at 42 for 4 years. We are not prepared for that. Your portfolio. So if you don't want your portfolio to look too terrible, make sure that you protect yourself by buying these kind of products which are very inefficient, give you very poor return but give you protection. This is exactly like term insurance. You don't want to pay the premium, end of it nothing you will get, but what you got is peace of mind. Exactly like that. Annuity, very poor returns, taxable. You have no choice. The pricing is decided by them, almost a monopoly of LIC. The others are not very much heard of, but you have no choice. So you will buy something at the age of 60, you will buy another one at the age of 65 or 67, or when the market is booming. If the market is continuing to boom, you will buy a bigger annuity at that point in time. This is a very good excuse to remove money from equity. So you will remove money from equity and put into an annuity plan or into a ultra short bond fund. Depending on what you are comfortable with, do it. Thank you.